Hello everyone, so today we will change the password of the service account that we used to join our XenServer pools to our environment domain. So let's say you have an email from the new security guy that he wants you to change the password, I know, once a year or something like that. And when you hear that, and you have, I don't know, 100 XenServer pools, then it will be a lot of clicking and a lot of pressure on your shoulders, but not if you have Ansible, and not if you have it, if you use it. So today we will change. I mean, the password is already changed, but we will rejoin our XenServer pools to the same domain, but with the same account, of course, but with a different password. So first, let's take a look at our XenServer pools. They are domain joined. Everything looks nice. We also have a hypervisor connection that is using domain user. So this is very important for us, because if we do not have a domain on our hosts, then the hypervisor, then Citrix cannot communicate with the hypervisor, because we are not using a root account, we are using an Active Directory account. So here everything is nice and working. And we want to change that passwords, and I prepared an playbook that works, and let's see it in action. I have created a few tasks because I separated the domain. So first we will disable the authentication. We will wait for 100 seconds, but we will wait just for me to check Active Directory. So I also want to show you that nothing happens in Active Directory. We will simply disable the external authentication, and then we will re-enable it by rejoining the domain. When you leave the domain and rejoin it, you do not need to recreate the access groups, so they will be back after the rejoining is done. So you do not have to worry about this. Nevertheless, if something happens to the groups, you can always use, of course, Ansible to recreate the groups in a matter of seconds. So let's start the playbook, and let's see how it goes. And after that, we can take a look, a short look through all the tasks, and I can explain what I've done. So this is my playbook. Of course, I'm using all the passwords are in the vault. So I recommend that you also do this, because this is the right way to work. So never use plain text passwords in your environment. Yeah, so before I start, the playbook will read from a text file, and in the text file I only listed the pool masters. So because the domain join will be executed on the master, so this is why I selected, why I'm using the playbook with the pool masters. Okay, enough talking. Let's start it. It asks for the password vault. Okay, the first task is to disable the authentication, and we can see that live. Okay, this one is already gone, and the second one is gone too. So we no longer have Active Directory authentication. It's now waiting for 100 seconds because I've wanted to show you the Active Directory. So I'm here on my domain controller. I hit refresh, so nothing happened to the hosts. So they are not deleted or something like that. And also nothing happens to the VMs, to the accounts of the VMs. Where are they? PVS. So here are all my clones. Nothing is disabled. Everything looks nice. Okay, let's get back so that we can see the rejoining in action. Should be in a few seconds. And after the rejoin, I created another task in the same playbook that will interrogate one more time each pool, and it will create a CSV file in where in where we can see the pool name and the domain that it's joined to. But we will go through those tasks in a few seconds. I will not skip the 100 seconds because I believe they will end soon. So we just have to be a little bit patient. Okay, so the pool joining task has started. Probably the first one in the list was pool F1 and then the second pool. We are now on pool 02, but we will see here live the domain join. Okay, so we are back in business. Our pools are joined back to the domain, and the last task that creates the report from all our pools, it interrogates everything, and we have this is the CSV. This is why we have the pool name and of course the domain that it's joined to. Let's see, before we take a look on the task themselves, let's give the hypervisor connection a test. Where is that test connection? So when you run this test, one or two tests are related to Active Directory. So view report. So here you can see that not here. This is the DDC specific hypervisor connection maintenance mode. Okay. So we cannot see exactly that it communicated with the domain, but it did, because it could not get this information if the hosts were not the pools were not in the domain. We can also have a little test. We can restart a VM. Where are they? View machines. So those are my VMs that are already started, but let's try a restart, because this is the test that we need to do to see if the account that we selected can actually do a reboot. Where is it? So here 05, it's starting the reboot, so everything is functional. And of course, doing this by hand would be a nightmare. If you have, I don't know, 100 pools, it will take you a lot of time. So this is why I encourage you to use Ansible. Okay, let's take a look at the playbook. Where is it? This one. So it doesn't have too many tasks. I defined the location of the pool masters where I am. So this one where I'm reading the information to what to connect to. and this is for the CSV at the end, and those are the headers of the CSV, and this is the domain. So this is just a variable. We can put that, for example, in the vault, wherever we want. Okay, so the first two tasks, they just check if this pool master file exists. So if it does not exist, the playbook will not work. Then it starts to read the file and load the variables into this host list variable, and it starts the loop process. So this is a simple SSH connection on each item from that list, and what it does, it lists the pool UID, because we need that to disable the authentication. This is the standard XenServer command to disable the external authentication, and it loops through all the hosts in that file. This is the sleep timer that I intentionally added in the playbook. And now this is the domain join. Also, I'm not using any how they're called, modules from Ansible. I'm using a clean SSH connection, and I'm using the clean XenServer hypervisor commands to enable authentication. If you worked before in a productive environment, you will know that sometimes you will have some hiccups in the network, and the domain join will not work instantly, and this is why I've created a little loop here to try several times until we get no errors. So in case the first time it tries you will get an error, then this task will execute one more time. It will wait for 5 seconds and then execute another time until it joins the pool to the domain. It loops, of course, through the same list, to the pool master list, and then the final task is final 3 tasks are to create that CSV file. So this one, it's creating the output file, is reading from the header, so from here, from the first one. So it simply writes the first line, and then those commands, again, I'm using them through SSH pass. I'm getting the pool name with this command. I'm getting the master UID because I need the UID of the master to list the domain that the host is connected to, and then I'm just printing out the pool name and the domain that it's registered to. And of course, the loop, it loops through all the masters in the file, and the final task is to just write out. So this writes out the CSV file. Okay, so this was it. Not too complicated, but not simple, not so simple. But if you try several times, you will get it to work. For me, again, it was the syntax, so arranging everything. So this is my nightmare, but yeah, I'm solving it every time. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe. I never told this in my videos, but yeah, I need subscribers. Thank you.